Thank you, Mayor, for giving us this opportunity to say a few words. As Commissioner Hardesty mentioned, I too am sad and outraged at what's taking place, but I'm sadly not surprised at all. This is what happens when this kind of insidiousness goes unchecked. And the insidious messages from this nation's outgoing president over the last 4+ years that quite literally have impacted all of the lives of many of us, from Black, Indigenous, Latinx, other communities of color, low income, working families, LGBTQ, immigrants, and others, have manifested itself today in this shameful insurrection that we're witnessing. And I'm finding myself in awe that this group of armed people aimed at destructing and inciting fear were able to enter into the halls of our most sacred democratic institutions without any fear and with complete boldness and confidence. And I keep thinking about the countless peaceful protests over the decades in this nation's capital by immigrants, women, anti-war protesters, working people, and other that were met with much more force and resistance, and sometimes even death. And in this moment, the work for justice is crystallized for me personally, and our work as elected leaders more critical than ever to do our part to ensure that systems work for communities and not against them. So I'm ready to work together with all of you and with the community, my colleagues, to do this work no matter how uncomfortable it is, because this is how real change happens. And let's not forget that in the midst of all of this, we have witnessed the beautiful emergence of the people's voice and vote in Georgia, led by Black women and people. And as a nation, let's look to this example of how when communities come together to determine their own futures, things change for the better for all of us.